G'day and welcome to a part of Queensland that I can safely say I've never been to before. This is Ubobo, west of Gladstone in central Queensland. And this is country music superstar Adam Harvey.
And the genie in the bottom of the Jim Beam bottle made me do what I didn't want to do.
8 golden guitars, 500,000 records sold, and a lot of fans right here just soaking it all up. This mob are pinching themselves.
There's beauties in the eye of the beer holder. Yeah, she's all tattooed. She's wearing army boots.
Adam and a swag of country music artists have descended on the town of Ubobo for the 8th annual Boyne Valley Country Music Festival.
Oh, thank you.
And it looks like anyone with a caravan and a penchant for a bit of country twang has answered the call. There are over 350 vans here, let alone campers and cabin dwellers, but this is a festival that sprang from humble beginnings. Tell me a little bit about the history of the festival. How did it all start?
Back in 2012, about July from memory, my friend Jack Villian, he said to me, Jeannie, I'd like to do a camp out, something with music, something that we can get all of our mates together and have a great weekend. So I said, that sounds awesome, let's do it. And he said, there's a place out in the Boyne Valley called the Discovery Centre. He said, and I think that'll be a really great place to have it. So that was in 2012.
So I bet the Discovery Centre looked a bit different to how it looks today.
Most certainly.
What did it look like back then?
Well, there was nothing on the ground, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing, just this blank area, but it's
Yeah.
used for different things through the year. They have a lot of events here.
These days, there are food vans and local fundraising groups that'll look after your tummy for the weekend and keep you out of the van kitchen and in front of the stage. And when it comes to food for the soul, well, you can't go past some good old bush poetry, served up by some of the best in the business.
On the brink I'd hover. Then he'd give a sudden snort. My eyes would snap wide open and my sleep would come to naught.
You've got a massive audience here this morning at
Oh, it's
Ubobo.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And they're hanging on your every word. I mean, it's fascinating. I mean, what's it like to command, to have that power? Everyone's waiting for the next thing that you're going to say.
I actually eat off that.
Do you?
I feed off their interaction with me.
Yeah.
If I have an audience that is too far away from me, I don't get as much put into it because I can't feed off their interaction.
It was sad she was a widow, but her deed was justified.
What makes a good bush poem? How do you craft it?
It's got to tell a story.
Right.
So it's like writing an essay. You've got a beginning, a storyline and an end. And you just build it. You either build it from the storyline and say there's a funny thing that happened to you and you build it either way from there, or you can, sometimes I start at the beginning and finish at the end and it just rolls.
And before we go, come on, give us a limerick. What's your favourite limerick? Is there a funny little rhyme or something you can give us before?
Betty Ollie wrote one about Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah, go on.
Mary had a little lamb. She threw it in the river. The lamb crawled out, its fleece all wet, all it could do was shiver. But the lamb grew up, became a ram. By the river one day it caught her. One butt of its horns she landed in thorns, and what a good lesson it taught her.
Ubobo's other claim to fame is it's the town that fought off Telstra and saved its only telephone box. Now, if you're under the age of 30, you might be wondering what this structure is. It's called a phone box. And many years ago, there was one of these on just about every corner across the country. You don't see many of them these days. And this one in Ubobo, well, it's famous, so I better take a photo of it. Now, it may not seem like a big deal to city slickers, but if you ask any Ubobo resident, it was worth fighting for. The box is still here and working. It's part of the town's charm. This is a town that warmly welcomes visitors all year round. There is free and paid camping, hotel and dorm style accommodation, excellent fishing at Boyne, a general store, post office, church, sporting grounds and great annual events like the Country Music Festival. My good mate from Gladstone, Daryl Branthwaite, has ventured out here as well and brought his caravan along. He's kindly donated his annex, the perfect spot for me to roll out the ARB swag. So Daryl, when you said come to Ubobo, firstly I had no idea where I was driving to.
But secondly, I'm very, very surprised at how organised and how
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
big this is.
Yeah, no, it's all run by volunteers.
Yeah.
You know, it's just amazing what they've put on and what they've gathered momentum over the last few years. Like, I think there was 270 odd bands last year. This year we've got over 320. But there's a real connection with country here. So, and then we've got this grey nomad little migration north. So yeah, it's just been built on and built on.
The aim of the weekend is pretty simple. Get the local country music fans together with predominantly local country music artists to enjoy the music and have a good time. And on the opening night there have been some outstanding performances, not least of which this one by 9-year-old Amy Ryan that blew the audience away. She, like the rest of us, is a huge Adam Harvey fan and couldn't pass up the opportunity to meet him the next day. We patiently waited in the green room backstage until the great man arrived.
Can I sign that for you? That would be my pleasure, beautiful. Whereabouts? There's a little spot there. Is that okay if I go there?
For us right now, and for the whole weekend, really, the most...
There you go, darling one. Our next super country music star right here.
What a top bloke and a fantastic weekend. But that's only part of it, because in the next few episodes of Camper, we plan to take our time exploring the Boyne Valley and all it has to offer from our base here at the Ubobo Discovery Centre. From the wreckage of beautiful Betsy, the American B-24 Liberator bomber that crashed in Croomba Tops and lay undiscovered for 49 years, to a trip back in time to the 1890s when gold fever gripped the Boyne Valley. For more info on the Discovery Centre at Ubobo and the Boyne Valley Country Music Festival, head to the Gladstone Region website. For the latest range of Joko products, visit brisbanecamperland.com.au.